Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2.
Yep. Testing, testing. 1 2. Check, check. Testing. There we go. Okay.
right, everybody, welcome to Adelaide Arena. It's time for a Sunday doubleheader here in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, as the Rhode Island Saints U15 gets set to take on the Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. And the Rhode Island Saints U14 team, who won in 6-5 in overtime against Bishop Kearney Selects yesterday, will be taking on Pittsburgh as well at the 10 o'clock game. So your starting goalies for today's game. For the Pittsburgh Penguins Elite, it's going to be Jackson Johnston. And for the Rhode Island Saints, it's going to be Carson Mertz. So it's going to be a battle between the two goaltenders here today. And alongside me is Harrison Prey. Harrison, how are you doing today? Good to call a game with you again.
Yeah, it's good to be with you here once again, Tristan. I feel like we always get these games together here at Rhode Island Saints. And I tell you what, it was an interesting game when they played the Long Island Gulls. Fell 4-3 to them, but for them to come back, you know, down 3-1 to tie it up at 3 in the final period was really impressive. So I'm really looking forward for a bounce-back game.
And the game is on. Shot on net goes wide. Shot coming from, that's 21, Chance Adams, who gets the first shot on net for the game for the Saints. Puck battled for in the corner board. Saints dump it off. Shot on net goes wide of Johnston. Picking it up at the point is going to be Nicoletta, who tries to send it to the halfway boards to Crayer. Penguins in the yellow helmets. Well, as you can tell, with these two teams, it looks like it's a Pittsburgh Penguins versus Montreal Canadiens game. Shot on net gets deflected into the protective netting, and the first stoppage in play is going to come with 16:12 remaining in the first period.
No, that's a good point, Tristan. I mean, I feel like we are watching the Penguins versus the Canadiens. It looks exactly like their uniforms, you know, pasted with the U15 teams playing here today. So, yeah, it definitely looks a lot like it.
Puck goes free in front of Johnston, and it's being battled for there. Rhode Island brings it into the zone. Shot on net from the left dot. Johnston steers it aside to the corner boards. And the Saints putting on the offensive pressure here to start the game. Bringing it up the ice for the Penguins. Here come the Saints. Back the other way. Shot on net. Swallowed up by Johnston with about 15:25 left to go in the period.
It was a good try that time from Will Bent, I believe. Just sliding through the slot and trying to give a shot on net against Jackson Johnson, trying to test him early.
Puck played back at the point. Shot on net gets deflected wide by a stick of a Penguin. And the Saints bring it back up through the neutral zone. Both teams battling for it in the neutral zone. The Saints bring it back up. Shot on net goes wide. Penguins throwing the shot on net there. Here come the Saints back up the other way. Saints entering the neutral zone. That's going to be Rumpf. Rumpf shot on net, saved by Johnson in the Penguins Elite uniform. Penguins Elite bringing it back up, and a big hit there by Kinsler in the neutral ice area. Going to pick it up back behind the net is Nicoletta. Nicoletta sends it up for his teammate there. Penguins still fighting for it. Nicoletta sends it up for Colquhoun. Shot on net. Wraparound doesn't get a chance to go, and the Saints are going to bring it up through the neutral zone. That's going to be Kinsler. Britton brings it into the zone for the Saints, and the Penguins are all over it. Grasser holds it in front of the Penguins bench. And a big hit there, getting knocked over is Harvey. Bringing it back behind the Saints net is Britton through the neutral zone. Saints trying to bring it into the zone, they do. And going to the bench is going to be Kinsler. Here come the Penguins elite, carrying it up through the neutral zone is Harvey. Harvey sends it up for his teammate George. George shot on net, puck still free in front of Mertz, and it gets steered away to the corner boards. So the Penguins have it back in the defensive point. The Saints trying to put a puck on net. Cardiello bringing it through. Trompeter bringing it back the other way. Shot on net goes wide by George. Puck still free. Here come the Saints back up the other way. Carrying it into the zone is going to be Adams. Saints have it in the defensive zone, bringing it through the neutral zone. Penguins intercepting, getting a dump and chase for a line change. Sending it in is going to be George. Penguins have the puck high in the offensive zone. Here come the Saints bringing it back the other way. Carrying it through is going to be Crayer. Crayer lost control of the puck. McHyman has it for the Saints. Sends it back across defenseman to defenseman. Wallace carries it in. Agafonov. Big hit there by Sherrier. And the Saints and Pens fighting for it in the corner boards. Pass across, nobody home for the Penguins. Holding the puck for the Penguins is Blonda. Blonda gets it out of the zone. Blonda going back, carrying it into the offensive zone. He's going to one-hand on a stick shot on that, saved by Mertz. And Bent is going to bring it back up the other way. Going with him is Scherer. Bent, shot on it! They score! Will Bent with the first goal of the game, and just like that, Rhode Island leads it 1-0 with 11-12 left to go in the first.
How about that play that time from Will Bent? Just kind of going to skate away from the traffic, skate backwards, and then take a shot to that right corner of the net, able to get it past Johnson in for the first score of the game.
Picking it up in the corner boards is going to be Glantz. Here comes Brazier. Brazier up with Ferrantino. Ferrantino brings it in with Brazier, and it's no good. Nobody was home for the play. Glantz brings it back across, and steering it in the offensive zone is going to be Ferrantino, and it's going to be an offsides with 10:51 left to go.
I must say, the Penguins, although down 1-0 right now, they've shown some good signs so far. Have gotten some pressure, had some loose pucks in front of Mertz. Just need a couple of guys to hop on the loose puck in front of Mertz and take advantage of it. But a good start from the Saints, and also a good start from the Penguins as well.
Pass across by Sherrier, nobody home for the Saints. Bent has it back behind the net. Great defensive play there by Wilson of the Pens Elite. Bent has it in the low slot area. Shot on net, saved by Johnson. Loose puck still being jabbed at, and it goes to the corner. Sherrier picks it up at the halfway boards. Here come the Pens Elite. Carrying it through is Bisley. And the Saints pick it up in the defensive zone. Sending it back around is going to be George. Going back to get it for the Saints is going to be Nicoletta. .9:52 remaining in the period. And here come the Saints. Glantz carries it into the offensive zone. Pass across there, shot on net. Saved by Johnson, steering it away. Going coast to coast in the crease. And Nicoletta is going to dump it in and get a Not a line change. Johnston loses the puck behind the net. Loose puck still free in the crease, and it clears out. Playing it down low at the halfway boards. Nicoletta keeps it in. Shot on net. Oh, and it goes wide of an open net one-time opportunity for the Saints. Shot on net, goes and go. Rebound. Johnston gets the glove save, and it's going to clear out, and Nicoletta's going to go back and chase for it for Rhode Island. Cardiello dumped it into the zone there. And here come the Pens back the other way. Nicoletta has it at the defensive slot. Entering the zone for Rumpf. Rumpf shot on net, goes wide at Johnston's glove side. Nicoletta has it at the halfway boards. Rumpf gets the deflection, and Johnston gets the glove save with 8:39 left to play in the first period.
Man, the Saints have gotten some backdoor opportunities open. I mean, they've just been firing the puck at will and haven't been able to knock one through for the second score of the game, but that's just been a good sustained offensive pressure. Just need to continue that, in this first period.
Penguins bringing it back behind their own net. Saints have it. Colquhoun has it back behind the net. Callahan up the halfway boards. Here come the Penguins. Penguins scoring opportunity here. Carrying it in is Lindberg. Lindberg clears it out. Colquhoun is the one player back for the Saints. And there's a turnover at neutral ice. Carrying it into the zone for the Pens. It's going to be Carson Lindberg. Lindberg gets checked along the boards by McHyman. The lone Pen down in the zone is going to be Newpaver. And a big hit there, getting checked in front of the Saints bench is Harvey. And what's the call going to be here? It's going to be a Rhode Island Saints penalty, which means it's going to be a Pittsburgh Penguins elite power play. 7:50 left to go in the period. Going to the box for the Saints is going to be Gavin Callahan. And the Penguins are going to get a huge power play opportunity here.
Gavin Callahan that time getting charged with an elbow, and this is just a golden opportunity for the Penguins to get on the board.
Back at the point, back over to George. George sends it down low, back to George. George sends it over to Blonda. Blonda gets it over, hits the boards in front of the Rhode Island bench. Blonda back over to George. Black defensive pairing there. Blonda sends it back down low for Ferrantino. Ferrantino has it at the halfway boards. Pittsburgh brings it back behind the net. In the high slot area, carrying it through, was Trumpeter. Trumpeter has it at the halfway board. Sends it back to George, back over to Blonda at the right side point. Pass over, Trumpeter down low. No shot on net. Pittsburgh carries it back behind the net. Rhode Island doing a great job on the penalty kill as Blonda bangs his stick, calling for the pass. Trumpeter down low on the halfway boards. George back over to Blonda, back over to Trumpeter. That's Ferrantino with the one-time missed opportunity there for the Pens. 53 seconds left to go on the Pittsburgh power play, and the puck gets cleared down the ice, and we're going to get an icing call with 6:31 left to go, 48 seconds left to go on the Penguins power play.
Good job by the Saints defense, just in coverage, being able to skate with these Penguins. Obviously a line change right now, but a couple of nice shots that time taken by Michael Ferrantino as he was just trying to fire from the point, not able to get it through, but still have more time on the power play.
Pass across low slot area, and the Saints bang it off the glass and get the clear. Going down to chase it is Glantz. Carrying it up through the neutral zone, that's Lascon. Newpaver carries it in. Getting the clear for the Saints is going to be Britton. 15 seconds left to go on the Penguins power play. Dangles him to the outside, carrying it into the Saints zone is going to be Glantz. Glantz has it at the halfway boards. Turnover, Pens Elite has it now. Sending the back pass for Lieb. carrying it in the zone. Newpaver shot on net, gets blocked by a Saint out in front. And the Saints have it back behind their own goal. Back at the point, power play is now over. Bisley shot on net goes wide. Turning her around, no Pens in sight. Nicoletta's the nearest Saint to the puck, and Bisley keeps it in the zone. Outstretched pass there, Saints enter the offensive zone. Bent had it for the moment, gets back checked by George against the glass. Shot on net gets steered away by Bisley and off the ankle pad. Sending it back around is going to be the Saints offense. 4:49 left to go in the first period. Saints lead at 1-0 off the goal from Will Bent. Chariello steers it into the zone. Bisley sends it to Romanov. Romanov lost control of the puck, carrying it in for the Pens, and a nice steer away there. That was Saborin for the Saints. Saints carrying it back the other way. Entering the zone is Chardiello. Chardiello sends it across, and a save by George with the blocker with 4:23 left to go. And George is doing a great job. Johnston's doing a great job in net for the Pens.
He sure is, and that was very close. We've seen the Saints try and go with those backdoor opportunities to try and get a good setup and a shot on goal, but again, Johnson right there for the taking.
Shooting it in around is the Saints. Pens picking it back behind their own net. Losing his footing there, going to get it for the Saints is going to be Rumpf. Rumpf has it in the left dot area on the left wing side. Callahan had it in the low corner. Trompeter comes out with the puck. Going back to get it is going to be Blonda. Blonda. Here comes the Pens to lead up through the neutral zone. Gets met by 4 Saints. Newpaver carried it in, got met by 4 Saints there. Puck gets cleared out in front of the Saints bench. Penguins have to go back and reset. McHyman had it. Johnston steers it away. And George carries it through the neutral zone for the Pens Elite. Newpaver just out of reach there. Blonda has it in the neutral zone. And the Saints carry it through. Penguins dump it into the zone. Going back to get it for the Saints is going to be Scherer. Here come the Saints. Kinsler carrying it into the zone. Gets met by Hundertmark of the Pens Elite. Here come the Pens up through the neutral zone. Carrying it through is Newpaver. Newpaver sends it across. And the closest Saint to that one was Longfield. And Longfield's going to go back behind the net to get it. 2:33 left to go in the first period of play. Puck free back in front of the Zamboni doors. Bisley gets knocked down there by Kinsler. And it's going to be an icing call. The closest Pen to that one was Hundertmark.
It was a good job by the Saints to kill that power play of the Penguins. I mentioned the good coverage and able to kill that one off, and now they're going to get a face-off in their own zone. So, so far so good in this first period of play.
Shot on net and a save by Mertz. 2:19 left to go in the first period of play.
Got under 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first period, so just need to create something here before period ends. So far, it's been great pressure offensively, also good coverage on the back end.
Liam carries it out of the zone for the Pens. Mertz steers it away. Nicoletta going back to get it for the Saints. Adams clears it out. And it might be a breakaway opportunity for the Saints. Shot on net, and it goes wide. Shot coming from Matthew Crayer. And there's going to be another stoppage in play with 1:41 to go.
Matthew Creer had a great game against the Long Island Gulls. He was able to get a goal in that game, and here having his presence shown on the ice, getting in there. He's always around the puck. He's always a player that's capable of giving, full effort, and he's a very dangerous player on this Saints team.
Absolutely, Saints have it in the zone. McHyman shot on net, saved by Johnson. And 1:36 left to play. McHyman gets his first shot on net from the right side point, just in front of the Pens bench. And 1:36 left to go in the first period. It's 1-0 Rhode Island. McHyman sends it back around. Helping him there is Agafonov. Pens make a nice defensive play there. Trying to clear it out of the zone was Lindbergh. And Lindbergh carrying it through the neutral zone. He's going to dump and chase it. Mertz going back behind the net to play it. And here come the Saints out of the defensive zone with it. Carrying the puck is going to be Callahan. Callahan steers it away. Coming through the neutral zone, there is Zach. Romanov's shot on net gets steered away by Mertz. Harvey going to pick it up in the corner boards. Coming up through the neutral offensive zone, turned away by the Saints. And Trumpeter going back to get it for the Pens. Hundertmark going to get it. Guarded there by McHyman. And 30 seconds left to go in the first period of play. Rhode Island leads it 1-0. And don't forget, they don't clear the ice with the Zamboni until the second intermission. Pens trying to keep it in the zone. Saints doing everything they can to get it out. 10 seconds left to go. Glantz picks it up at the halfway boards in the neutral zone. And the Saints get the clear. One last rush. Shot on net. Saved by Johnson to end the period. And at the end of the first period of play, Rhode Island leads it 1-0. We'll be back with second period action here on Fans Only Sports Network.
Oh, hey!
Looking for some swag? Here at My Custom Swag, we will imprint, embroider, or laser engrave your name or message on practically anything you want. Water bottles, t-shirts, jackets, caps, banners, business cards. We'll even wrap your company vehicle in vinyl. Best of all, we won't break the bank. There's no minimum order required on most items. My Custom Swag is a proud American family-owned and operated business. So let's get creative. Express yourself and call My Custom Swag or visit mycustomswag.com today.
Oh, hey!
Looking for some swag? Here at My Custom Swag, we will imprint, embroider, or laser engrave your name or message on practically anything you want. Water bottles, t-shirts, jackets, caps, banners, business cards. We'll even wrap your company vehicle in vinyl. Best of all, we won't break the bank. There's no minimum order required on most items. My Custom Swag is a proud American family-owned and operated business. So let's get creative. Express yourself and call My Custom Swag or visit mycustomswag.com today.
Oh, hey!
Looking for some swag? Here at My Custom Swag, we will imprint, embroider, or laser engrave your name or message on practically anything you want. Water bottles, t-shirts, jackets, caps, banners, business cards. We'll even wrap your company vehicle in vinyl. Best of all, we won't break the bank. There's no...
All right, we're about to start the second period of play here from Adelard Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Rhode Island leads it 1-0 here to start the second period. Will Bent getting the lone goal, carrying it through. It's going to be Trumpeter. Trumpeter gets met there by Jobiak in the offensive corner. Getting hauled down is a Saint, and it's going to be a Rhode Island Saints power play with 16:40, it's either 49 or 44 left to go here in the second period. It's hard to read the scoreboard a little bit. And Brody George is going to go to the box. I believe it's going to be 2 minutes for tripping. And that's going to set a Rhode Island power play up.
Yeah, let's see what they can create here. First opportunity today in that power play department. Let's see what they can put together.
Shot from the right dot, saved by Johnson. Johnson doing a great job between the pipes for the Pens Elite so far here today. Wallace to Scherer. Pass across, shot on net. Johnson makes the save, loose puck out in front, and Johnson's going to cover it up for a stoppage in play with 16:21 left to go.
Gotta give Johnson a lot of credit. I mean, he's got a lot of bodies just crisscrossing in front of him, and that was very dangerous right there. That time able to cover up that puck and get the save. So really nice work from Johnson once again.
So on the ice for the Pens, Grasher, LaShawn, Bisley, and Lieb. Malice, pass across, shot on net, saved by Johnston, steering it away, stopping this Rhode Island power play. Shot from the right dot, loose puck, oh, and it goes across the goal line, and the Pens nearly get the clear, but it gets played off the glass by Rhode Island. Rhode Island has it. Here come the Pens trying to clear it. Nearly getting it there was Liev. Pens didn't get the clear. Keeping it in the zone is Scherer. Scherer sends it to the corner boards. Playing it there is going to be Pittsburgh with 15:33 left to go. Pass across. Wallace has it in the left side dot. Back to the point, picking it up there. Scherer back to Wallace. Wallace on the left wing boards at the left dot. Shot on net, saved by Johnston, and Johnston nearly got the cover up. And the Pens are going to get a clear with 20 seconds left to go on the Rhode Island power play, and 15:07 left to go in the second period.
That was a hard-fought shift that time by the Penguins defense. Drew Grasser able to block a couple of shots and skate with this Rhode Island Saints offense. That was very tough. Got 19 seconds on the power play, but good time to kill.
So Blonda, LaShawn, Harvey, and Trumpeter on the ice for the Pens as they get the clear with 13 seconds left to go on the power play. Turnover in the Pen zone. Pass across, turnaround shot, and nearly on the shot there was Newpaver. And it's back to 5-on-5 action. George comes out of the box. We're going to get a whistle. 14:43 remaining in the second period of play. And it's going, see what the call is here. Might be another penalty for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I heard him say black. Yep, we got someone going to the penalty box.
So going to the box for the Penguins, Michael Ferrantino. Didn't see what the call was. Did you see what?
I could. Oh, okay.
So too many men on ice for the Pens elite there. And some of the Penguins elite family sitting right down the row in front of us here in front of the broadcasting booth underneath the score box here at Adelard Arena. Callahan back at the point. Rumpf playing it down low on the halfway boards, met there by Cardiello. Cardiello back to Callahan. Callahan has it on the left wing point, back down to Rumpf. Rumpf sends it across, intended for Adams. Getting steered away there, bringing it up the right wing side is Crayer. Crayer, Adams, Callahan. Callahan back to Crayer, shot, saved by Johnson. Callahan, back to Rumpf, back to Callahan, back to Rumpf, back to Callahan. Playing hot potato with it, pass across there, Rumpf! Rumpf nearly puts it away for the Saints. Callahan keeps it in the zone. Callahan back across to Rumpf, back to Callahan. Shot on net gets blocked away, and the Pens nearly clear it. And keeping it in the zone is going to be Rhode Island. Callahan has to go back and chase. And there's going to be an icing call, 13:33 left to go in the second period, 52 seconds left to play on the Rhode Island power play.
Yeah, the Saints keeping the Penguins honest, just mixing up the shots, passing it, you know, from every part of the zone there, and couldn't quite get anything through, but it's just a great credit to the Penguins' coverage so far. They've been doing very well on the penalty
Gets sent
kills.
down the ice, going back to chase. It's going to be Wallace. Wallace drops it off for Sherrier. Wallace gets it with one hand on his stick, keeping it in the zone is Rhode Island, and there's a congestion at the top of the zone. Wallace has it at the halfway boards on the left wing side. Back across, shot on net, steered away by Johnson, and here come the Penguins, bring it back up the other way. Newpaver dumps it into the zone. And Rhode Island has it back in the defensive zone. Carrying it through there was Sherrier. Rhode Island has it back behind. Wallace back at the point. Penalty is over. So it's back to 5-on-5 hockey for the moment being. On the right wing side, shot on net gets steered away by a Penguin out in front. Rhode Island dumps it back in. Johnston has the puck right in front of him. And the Pens try to dump it out. Wallace shot on net, steered away. Redirect out in front, goes off the backhand of his stick, and the Rhode Island keeps it in. Couldn't get a play on it, was Agafonov. Agafonov has Wallace and Sherrier back at the point. Puck still free. And here we go, the Penguins bring it back the other way. Hundermark. Hundermark sends it to George. George has it down low. Rhode Island carrying it out of the zone was Colquhoun, and Trumpeter carrying it into the zone gets a nice dump and chase going for the Penguins. George playing it back behind the Saints net. Lead, shot out front, saved by Mertz. Big save there from the one-timer in the high slot area. That shot coming from Romanov. Penguins going back to get it while the Saints get a line change. Big hit there. Getting his stick knocked out of his hands was Wilson. Wilson still fighting for the puck with no stick. Dumping it into the zone is going to be Trumpeter. 10:56 left to go in the second period of play. Here comes Rhode Island back the other way. Rhode Island carrying it in was Kinzer. Kinsler has it, fighting with the Penguins elite. 3 Pens to Rhode Island's 2 on the boards there. And just out of the reach of Chase Trumpeter. And Rhode Island has it in the defensive zone, sending it up ice to get another scoring chance. Well, at least try to. And with 10:21 left to go in the first period of play, or second period of play, sorry. Might be an offside. Yep, it's going to be called for an offsides. And it's going to be brought out to the neutral zone. Close. Nope, it's going to be played at center ice. Puck is dropped. Johnson goes back to behind the net to play it. Steering it away there for Rhode Island is going to be Britton. Britton sends it in. Going down low to get it was the number 7 of Nicoletta. Nicoletta fighting for a shot from the slot. They score! Rhode Island gets the goal, and they're up 2-0 here about halfway through the second period of play.
Yeah, we've been able to see Caleb Rumpf fire shots on net constantly, and he's been getting a lot of good looks today, and he finally knocks one through.
Rumpf jumped on the loose puck in the high slot area and just got by Johnson's blocker side. Wallace shot gets sent into the protective netting with 9:47 left to play. Rhode Island leads it in this U15 hockey action. And it's going to, face-off's going to be to Johnston's right side. Shooting it back behind the net was Romanov. Pass out in front, and jumping on the, couldn't get a good hold of the puck there was Crayer. And the Pens try to get it out. That was off the stick of number 13, Chase Trumpeter. Ferrantino sends it back in the other way, just over the stick of Mertz. And Nicoletta going back to get it for the Saints. Britton bringing it back in behind. So 9 minutes and 9 seconds left to go here in the second period of play. Crayer bringing it into the zone. Wallows back behind the net. Saints have it down low, but not by much. Lieb has it. Lieb fighting for it. It's a 2-on-2 in the corner. Nobody's moving. Trying to see the number, but one man's just pushing. Lieb just throwing cross checks to the back of Wallows, and they finally get the clear after about 15 seconds of no movement in the corner. Wallows drops it back. Pass there, shot on net. Gets deflected in the protective netting for a stoppage in play. The deflection coming from Brandon Visley.
I must say, the Penguins have had to carry a lot of weight on their shoulders last 5 minutes or so, suffering back-to-back penalties, and eventually the wear and tear will eventually add up, and then it was pretty impressive for them to keep the Saints out of the net for as long as they did.
Puck played in front of the Penguins bench. Wallows to Callahan. Callahan sends it up to Glantz. Wilson gets the puck for the Penguins. Callahan has to go back and get it for the Saints. Sends it up to Agafonov. Agafonov had it in the neutral zone, at least for the moment. And Glantz had it for the other way. Trumpeter sends it back on the halfway boards on the right wing side for the Pens. And the Pens are having a little trouble getting shots on net here in this one due to the Saints' defensive pressure. Keeping it in the zone is going to be Harvey. And Rhode Island's defense plays it in front of their own net. Carrying it into the zone here is Harvey. And someone gets hauled down. And it's going to be the Pens Elite going to the power play.
Perfect opportunity there for the Penguins, getting a power play. They had one in the first period, and now it's going to be Jack McHyman suffering the penalty. And so Penguins haven't had much pressure on offense because they've had to suffer with penalties in their own zone. So they finally get an opportunity. Let's see if it pays off.
Jack McHyman gets called for the penalty, and the Pittsburgh Penguins Elite goes to the power play. Penguins have it. LaShawn has it back on the right point side. Out across there for Newpaver, and it goes off the heel of his blade. Shot on net, saved by Mertz, just nearly squeaked in. And Lieb getting the shot on net from the right dot. 6:40 left to go in the second period, 1:30 left to go on the Pens Elite power play. Keeping it in the zone was LaShawn. LaShawn to Lieb, back across. LaShawn, shot on that gets blocked, and Lieb has it at the halfway mark as a Saint blows a tire, and getting pressed along the boards was Visley. LaShawn has it up high. Lieb in the right dot, and the Saints nearly get the clear. Lieb keeps it in, shot on net, and a one-time opportunity for Grasser goes off the heel of his blade, and it's going to be a Penguins offside with 6 minutes exactly to go in the second period. 52 seconds left to go on the power play.
Couple of nice shots that time from Xavier Lieb. And I tell you what, it's been tough for the Penguins to get anything going, but give credit to the Saints. They've been able to get the power plays and take advantage of their opportunities, and it's paid off with 2 goals on the board.
Getting hauled down there was Blonda. Penguins Elite led by head coach Trevor Edwards. Carrying it into the zone for the Pens was Harvey. And the official's going to signal a stoppage in play. 33 seconds left to go on the Pens Elite power play. It's going to be brought back outside the zone in front of the Saints bench. It's going to be a breakaway shot, saved by Johnson. Johnson steering the breakaway shot away. And Johnson's going to cover it up. Jackson Johnson holding his own in between the pipes for the Pens, only allowing 2 goals, but steering away any other chances that the Saints have had of scoring.
Yeah, he sure has held his own, and I'm not sure who it was, but I think it was Michael Ferrantino that fell and tripped, and that allowed the Saints to get an opportunity for a shot on net. Great job by Johnson being able to save that puck from a possible goal for the Saints.
Blonda getting checked, and it's going to be an icing, which means the Pens' final 10 seconds on the power play is going to come to Mertz's left side, and taking the draw here for the Pens is going to be Newpaver. Puck still free in the high slot area. Shot on net goes wide. Shot coming from Brady Wilson. It goes to Mertz's left side. Wilson going back to get it for the Pens, carrying it through the neutral zone. Power play has expired. We now have 5 minutes left to go in the second period. Here come the Saints back the other way. Wallace carrying it in. Shot on net, saved by Johnson. Wilson carrying it back the other way. Wallace carrying it in from the neutral zone, and it's going to be an offside against Rhode Island. 4:36 left to go in the second period of play. And don't forget, between the second and third period, Zamboni's going to come on the ice and give us a fresh sheet of ice for the third period.
Yeah, I mean, the Saints have been doing a great job with whoever's been out there. Caleb Romp and Will Bent able to get goals on the board for the Saints, and they've just been taking advantage of their opportunities. A lot of sustained pressure for them.
Rhode Island couldn't get a shot on net there. Pens Elite playing it back in their own zone. Outstretched pass for Trumpeter as Trumpeter carries it in the zone. Ferrantino's shot on net goes directed high into the Adelard Arena sky. Kinsler carries it in off sides against Rhode Island. 4:03 left to go in the second period of play.
And these first 2 periods have flied by super fast. Haven't seen many stoppages in play. A couple of penalties here and there, but yeah, the Saints have just been putting their foot on the gas, and whoever's been out there, it's been working out. A lot of good passes, great communication from the forwards and defensemen.
Pittsburgh, Rhode Island shot on net goes wide at Johnson's glove side. Puck still free. Callahan goes back down low to play it in the corner boards. Callahan brings it back behind, guarded well by Hundermark. Penguins Elite playing great defense for the Zamboni. Shot saved by Johnson. Johnson waffle boards it away. And keeping it in the zone there. Playing it in the corner boards there. Rhode Island has it in the high slot area, and it goes off of Callahan's right glove hand and on the stick of McHyman. McHyman sends it in, and dumping it into the zone is going to be Nicoletta. Johnson's going to cover it up for a stoppage in play. Rhode Island leads it here 2-0.
Yeah, it's been a great display of hockey and a good puck movement too when they've been shooting on net at will, and they just need to continue that. As we're getting close to the end of the second period, they've been able to pass the ball.
Rhode Island plays it down low in the offensive zone. Pens break it out, carry on the stick of Grasser. And the Saints bring it back the other way. Long outstretched pass intended for the stick of Glantz. Goes incomplete. Newpaver carrying the puck. Newpaver dumps it in. Mertz is going to play it with his stick back behind the net. Callahan tries to get it out. Lieb keeps it in. And Lieb is going to go on the bench for a line change. Coming on for him is going to be Harvey. Puck played back behind the Rhode Island net. Blonda has it back at the right side point. 2 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in the second period, and it's going to be a foot race between Romanov and Sherrier. Blonda carries it in, shot on net, saved by Mertz. Shot coming there from Ferrantino. Carrying it in the zone for Rhode Island would be Colquhoun. Bring it back behind the net there is Rhode Island. Rhode Island playing the nice forecheck. Backhand goes wide of Johnson's left post side. 1:20 left to go here in the second period of play. Coming out trying to get it for the Penguins is Ferrantino. And the puck gets shot back down the other end. Mertz is going to lift his glove hand for an icing with 1:04 remaining in the second period.
Saints so far have definitely controlled the pace of the game. They've been very comfortable throughout these first two periods, and they're not panicking right now. They're in a good spot, and they're constantly keeping the puck in the Penguin zone, and they just need to
goes
continue
off
that
the
going
side of the net.
forward.
PA announcer Pam announces that there's 1 minute left to play in the period. Lieb lost control of the puck at the top of the zone. Going back to get it for the Penguins is Visleg. Shot on net, and Johnston just effortlessly swipes up the glove and catches it with 45 seconds to go.
Cool nifty save there by Johnson. Just kind of popped the puck up in the air and then caught it with his glove. Still a 2-0 game. I always say a 2-goal lead is always the most dangerous in hockey. Sometimes that can always be something you take for granted.
Penguins carrying it out of the zone, bringing it to neutral ice was George. Callahan brings it back the other way, guarded well by Newpaver. Callahan brings it back in, drop back pass, extended to the left dot, and off the stick of Crayer and into the corner boards. Wallow's shot on net goes wide, redirected by a Penguin out in front. Shot on net for the Saints doesn't go through. The Penguins doing a great job playing defensive. Scrunched up, and it's going to come out of the zone, and 3 seconds left to go. That's going to end the second period of play. Callahan plays keep away from Newpaver. And at the end of the second period, Rhode Island leads it 2-0. You're watching U15 Academy Hockey here on Fans Only Sports Network. We're going to let the Zamboni clear the ice, and we'll be back in a matter of moments for third period action. 2-0 your score here on Fans Only Sports Network.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big, hand down. One hand, up, flip. I could eat. Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big, hand down. One One hand, up, no, flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl, up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up, no, flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl, up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up, no, flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl, up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up, no, flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl, up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up, no, flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl, up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up, no, flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl, up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up, no, flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl, up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up, no, flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl, up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up, no, flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl, up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up, no, flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl, up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, hip, two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, hip, two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, hip, two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, hip, two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, hip, two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, hip, two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, hip, two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Third period action here from Adelard Arena. Tristan Tingley on play-by-play for you, and Harrison Frey on color to my left. And third period action, Rhode Island leads it 2-0 over the Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. So here we go. Rhode Island has it in the offensive zone. Pittsburgh doing a great job jabbing at the puck, getting it out of the zone. Clearing it there was LaShawn. And it goes into the Mount Rhode Island bench. And we're going to get a stoppage in play. Face-off's going to be brought out right in front of the Mount bench in the neutral zone.
Don't be fooled by the score right now. Still 2-0. The Penguins are still very much in this game right now. And they just need to create something in this third period with plenty of time to spare.
Romanov dumps the puck into the zone. Going back to chase it for the Penguins is George. Here come the Saints. Nice dangles there by Bent. Bent brings it into the zone and lost control of the puck. Nice stick work on the defensive play there by Harvey. Intercepted there, goes into the sky here at Adelard Arena. Glance with the defensive play there, stealing the pass intended for Romanov. Agafonov has it in the corner boards. Pittsburgh trying to get it out of the zone. Holding the puck now for Pittsburgh. Harvey to Romanov, back to George. George carries it into the zone, over to Trumpeter. Trumpeter tries to get it. Shot on net goes wide. George couldn't get a good handle on it. He did get a stick on it, so it's going to count as a shot attempt. Puck's going to come out to LaShawn as he enters the zone. Rhode Island brings it back the other way. It's a 2-on-2 shot on net. Whiff. Back, drop back pass. Oh, and it rings iron. 15-17 left to go. He beat the goalie, but not the crossbar, and it goes out of play off the pipe. 2-0 that remains the score.
I must say, so far in today's game, the Saints have been very good in transition, able to just fire shots on net. And it's not like they have to take their time either, where they have to pass first and then take shots. They've been able to hop on the opportunity right away.
So another stoppage in play, 15-13 left to go. Down 2-0 in the game, but you got to give credit to where credit's due. Jackson Johnson standing on his own in the crease, doing a great job saving the Rhode Island scoring opportunities as Pittsburgh's going to go to the power play. Easton Wallace goes to the box, and doing the duties of the center in the offensive zone is going to be Caden Harvey. Harvey drops it back for Trumpeter. Trumpeter sends it into the corner boards, playing it down low. Trumpeter at the point with teammate, I believe that's Blonda on the other end. So Trumpeter and Blonda playing at the point for the Penguins on this power play unit. Here comes Mount back the other way. Pittsburgh gets up. Pittsburgh passed it out of the zone. And with 14:45, I want to say. Yep, 14:45 left to go. 1:32 left on the Pittsburgh power play. 2-0 Rhode Island leads it, but Pittsburgh has had great scoring opportunities all game.
They sure have, and I think the main emphasis right now is to try and, be consistent with your passing. Make sure it's not any errant passes. Keep good control of the puck.
Trumpeter carries it through. Pass across, one-timer, saved by Mertz, loose puck out in front, rebound! Shot on net, and it goes over the glass. What a shot by Luca Blonda, ringing the glass. Blonda holds it at the point. Nice little saucer pass there, intended for George, mishandled, and Rhode Island's going to get the clear. Trumpeter picks it up in front of his bench. Trumpeter up to Newpaver. Newpaver carries it in, and he shoots, and a save by Mertz. What a big power play for the Penguins Elite U15 squad. And with 44 seconds left to go, 13:56 remains on the clock here in the third period.
Yeah, and that was a great try that time by Brody George. I mean, he's been very close, gotten a lot of shots off in that last line shift, and not able to come through with a goal there. But, give Mertz a lot of credit. That was just a great save.
Puck gets sent back the other way. Carrying it through the neutral zone is going to be Vizlay. Vizlay playing at the boards. I'm sorry, that's LaShawn. My mistake there. I mistake the 6 for an 8. So 13:30 left to go. 18 seconds left to play on the Penguins Elite power play. And they have had no shortage of scoring opportunities here on the power play. Taking the draw is going to be Lieb. Banging off the glass. What a huge advancement for Rhode Island on the penalty kill. And here they come. Back the other way is coming Pittsburgh. Lindbergh carries this through. Lindbergh into the zone. Coming in, turnaround, bringing it back behind the net. Trying to find an open shot. Shot by Trumpeter, saved by Mertz, gets deflected wide. Intercepted there, turnaround shot by Lieb, goes wide of Mertz. Picking it up in the corner is going to be George. One-time shot from the point. Goes off That's number 13, Nikita Agafonov for the Saints. 12:45 left to play here in the third period. Rhode Island's going to send it back the other way. The official's going to block it. Rhode Island's going to dump it in. Dumping it in there was Kinsler. Kinsler and Colquhoun battle. Sorry, Kinsler and Chardiello battling for the puck. Carrying it into the zone there is going to be number 13, Chase Trumpeter. Here comes Rhode Island. Pittsburgh, nice defensive play there by George. Nice defensive stick work. Pittsburgh brings it back the other way. Colquhoun has it for the Saints. And a nice hit there. Newpaver gets hit against the boards. And George tries to dump it in. The official skate gets in the way. 11:48 left to go here in the third period of play. Keeping it in the zone there. Wilson's shot on net gets blocked. And the Penguins get a breather. And the Saints are going to clear it for a stoppage in play. 11:36 left to go in the third period of play. And if you're Trevor Edwards, the head coach of the Penguins elite team, you have to give credit where credit's due. All those power play opportunities the Penguins had, Coach Trevor Edwards has to be severely proud of them.
Yeah, he should be, because they've been, trying to create something, on these power plays. They've been very close, but nothing's gone through, and you just need to continue to pass well, keep a good handle on the puck, and just hop on these loose pucks when they're in front of Mertz.
Rhode Island has it back in the defensive zone. Carrying it through there is going to be Colquhoun. Colquhoun sends it up for Kinsler. Kinsler brings it back Blonda brings it back around. Outstretched pass intended for Grasser. Goes off of his stick and wide. So it's New England Pac Conference hockey this weekend. Last night, Rhode Island's U14 squad beat the Bishop Kearney Select 6-5 in overtime. And now it's New England Pac League action. Both Rhode Island teams will be playing the Pittsburgh Penguins elite squads. Here today, Pittsburgh Penguins yesterday took on the New Jersey Rockets and Mid-Fairfield. Puck play in the corner boards. Both teams battling for it in the corner. Saints lead it 2-0 here in the third. Picking it up along the corner boards, there is Newpaver. Shot on net and a save by Johnson. Johnson's been doing a great job with that glove here today for the Pens.
And the Saints have done, they've kept the pressure on, no matter what, even at this point in the game. Although I will say I am quite impressed with how they've been able to just kill time. A lot of times today we've seen them just put the puck against the boards and, again, kill time.
Going to get it in the corner is going to be Nicoletta. Nicoletta plays it down low. Pittsburgh Penguins are all over him. Pass goes into the corner boards. And being hauled down there for the Penguins, I believe that was 64, Drew Grasser in the corner. Carrying it through is going to be Callahan. Callahan back behind the net. Here come the Saints. Saints on the offensive breakout just over the stick of Nicoletta. And in the neutral zone, Penguins are doing a great job keeping the puck away from Rhode Island. Offsides is going to be the call with 10 minutes and 2 seconds left to play.
Saints have done a great job today. I mean, they've just been very controlled, executing their game plan. They haven't panicked at all. They've seemed very confident. When they've been on the ice, they just seem like they're very confident, controlled, and again, they're executing.
Pittsburgh bringing it back up through the neutral zone. Carrying it is going to be Trumpeter. Trumpeter shot on net, saved by Mertz. Big scoring opportunity there for the Pens elite team as McKyman battles it through the offensive neutral zone. Here comes Trumpeter again for the Penguins. Trumpeter pass intended for Lieb, gets intercepted. And here come the Saints back the other way. Britton brings it in. Pass out in front, gets intercepted there by Trumpeter. George got a stick on that pass and stopped the one-time opportunity for the Saints. Rhode Island trying to get another scoring chance. Here comes Lieb. Lieb carries it in, gets upended there by Nicoletta. And here come the Saints back the other way. Carrying it through is going to be Crayer. Crayer shot on that save. And Adams couldn't get a chance on the rebound. Nice defensive play there by Lieb of the Penguins. Pass across there. Shot on that. Mertz makes the save. Back and forth action. It's end-to-end hockey here at its finest as Trumpeter couldn't carry it through the zone. Play gets intercepted there. Here come the Saints. Turnover there looked like a dangerous opportunity for Harvey to come jump on it. Harvey toe drag shot. Just goes a little high, getting too much under it. Lieb gets battled for in the corner with Britton. Here come the Saints back the other way. Harvey's going to go back and get it. Harvey has an open man. He is Blonda. Blonda's going to bring it into the zone, getting upended there by Callahan along the end boards. Blonda sends it back the other way. Pass intended there for Grasser. Here come the Saints back the other way. Agafonov. And the Penguins now have it in their defensive zone. Jack Johnson guarding it, knowing how quickly the Saints have jumped on him early on in this game. Ferentino on the ice for the Penguins. Now on the ice, Hundermark. McIman. Shot on net. And Johnston makes the glove save. 7:32 left to go in the third period. It's been nothing but Pittsburgh Penguins elite scoring opportunities here in this third period.
Yeah, they've had plenty of them. They just haven't been able to get the right bounce. And sometimes the puck doesn't bounce your way. And there's been good coverage as well from the Saints. They're getting lots of guys, ready to just clear these pucks away. And that's kind of been something that they've been doing all game.
Mertz.
They're covering every part of the ice.
Mertz going to get a stick on that one. Rhode Island in the Montreal Canadiens away type jerseys. Penguins obviously in the Pittsburgh Penguins home jerseys. Romanov couldn't get a play on it for the Penguins. Here come the Saints back the other way. Lieb intercepts. Coming into the zone now is Michael Ferentino. Ferentino, Lieb, that's Ferentino out in front, just wide. Carson Lindbergh was on the doorstep, just steered it a little bit wide. Shot on net, saved by Johnson, and a save made by Jackson Johnson.
Yeah, Jackson Johnson has really held his own today when his team has called upon him, making save after save, and still a two-score game, so they're not out of the woods just yet. They just need to create something with just under 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go.
Shimmer, shot on net, goes wide. Rhode Island has it. Here comes Pittsburgh back the other way. It's a 4-on-3. Pass across, just off the stick of George. Couldn't get a good handle on it and couldn't get the shot away. Sherrier keeps it in the zone. Puck's going to go back down the ice to the left of Wilson. No icing is the call. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the third period. And it's all Rhode Island here as Trumpeter carries it into the zone. Trumpeter, George, toe drag shot goes wide. George shot on that, battle worried away by Mertz. Wilson has it back at the point. Wilson drops it off for Romanov. Romanov shot on that loose puck. They score! Pittsburgh gets the goal, and it's 2-1 Rhode Island. Here, about 5 minutes, 41 seconds left to go in the third. On the goal there, Caden Harvey with the goal. And just like that, Pittsburgh brings it back to 1.
Yeah, Caden Harvey that time able to redirect that puck past Mertz, and Mertz has had an unbelievable game. You know, we've seen that many times this year where Mertz has just had a great day in net, and that time Harvey able to get the redirect. I think that's been something that the Penguins have struggled with. They haven't been able to redirect these shots, and finally able to redirect that one for a goal.
Nicoletta back at the point. Nicoletta extends it for Wallows. Here come the Penguins back the other way. Carrying it into the zone. LaShawn. Shot! Oh my goodness, and they score! It's 2-2! What a shot! And just like that, it's all Penguins. Xavier Lieb with the goal, and it's 2-2.
Wow, just like that. I mean, I said in the last period, a 2-score lead is always the most dangerous thing in hockey, and case in point right there, Xavier Lieb, quick. They get the quick face-off win, and then Lieb just able to finish it. Ties the game up at 2. What a turnaround.
So 5:11 left to go in the third period, just like that. Pittsburgh scores 2 goals in 2 minutes to tie this game up at 2 with 5 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the third. Shot on net, steered away by Mertz over the waffle board, just over the top of the net. Shot coming from Ferrantino. Pittsburgh has it back behind the net. Blonda, here comes Rhode Island back the other way. Caleb Rumpf has it, or had it for the moment. Holding it now is Blonda back behind the net. Blonda sends it up for Ferrantino. Or sorry, that was Harvey, not Ferrantino. And Rhode Island, just like that, the 2-goal lead disappears. And it's 2-2 here in the third period. We might go to a second straight overtime for broadcast here on Fans Only Sports Network as the puck gets sent down the ice. It's going to be an icing call with 4:26 left to go. And as we said, Harrison, it has been all Pittsburgh here in the third period.
It really has. Even when they didn't get anything on the board, you know, they were able to fire shots on net. They just couldn't quite get the right bounce. And finally, they've been able to redirect these pucks. And then on that second goal, just a quick face-off win and just testing Mertz right away, and it's paying off.
What a weekend of New England Pack region we are having. Here come the Penguins back the other way. Bringing it in is Chase Trumpeter. Trumpeter has it back in the corner. Outstretched pass for George. Couldn't find him. George has it now in the corner. George back to Hundermark. Hundermark shot on net. Trumpeter picks it up back in front of the Zamboni doors. And Rhode Island has gained possession of the puck. Lieb keeps it in the zone. And here comes Rhode Island back the other way. Rhode Island carrying it in. Will Bent on its own. Saved by Johnson. Lieb sends it back the other way. And it's going to be an icing call with 3:37 left to go. It's 2-2.
Doesn't get any better than this. And if you're the Saints, you're just, you know, really taken away by what's happened in the last few minutes. I mean, you've had control of the game. You know, you've been able to execute a really solid game plan, you know, and they killed time in this third period. You know, it wasn't until under 6.5 minutes to go that the Penguins scored. So, you know, really just a quick change of events that Saints weren't expecting, and now they got to get back in it.
Pittsburgh has really had a surge in momentum in this third period as they scored 2 goals in less than a minute. Xavier Lieb had the second goal. And I'm trying to remember who scored the first goal. I believe it was Newpaver with the first goal to bring it back within 1. Puck is dropped. Rhode Island trying to get a goal on the board to get another win here on the weekend as they won 6-3 yesterday against Bishop Kearney. Shot on net goes wide into the glass back behind the net, and someone's stick is down on the ice. And indeed, it was Wilson's stick of the Penguins. Wilson going to get the clear And Sherrier sends it to his teammate, Jabobiak. Rhode Island trying to play it. 2:53 left to go in the game. You love to see it. It's 2-2 here late in the third. Who's going to come out and win this game? Picking it up in the corner boards there was Blonda. Pittsburgh all over the puck and suffocating this Rhode Island team. And the dump is going to be sent down to the corner boards. Icing will be the call. Then it's going to be sent back into the Rhode Island offensive zone.
Smothering the Saints is a perfect way to describe it, Tristan, because they've just been winning the battle for the puck against the boards in these last couple of minutes, and it's really been paying off for them, and they're just going to need to do that. Keep suffocating these skaters of the Saints.
Here comes Ferrantino. Ferrantino covering up the left wing side. Shot on net. Saved by Mertz. Into the glove. And as we talked about, Pittsburgh is all over Rhode Island here in this third period.
They sure are, and Xavier Lieb, he had that last goal for Pittsburgh, and he's been getting a lot of shots off, no matter where he is on the ice. And, he's certainly a dangerous player, and he has been in this third period.
And the puck is dropped here. Shot on net. Oh, and it goes wide. Shot on net coming there from Blonda. Or sorry, that was Lee, my mistake. Couldn't really read the number from here. Blonda steering away with Rhode Island's defender. Oh, and a pass out in front. Nobody was home for the shot. 1:40 left to go. It's been all Pittsburgh this third period. Big hit there. Here comes Ferrantino coming in. Mertz makes the save on the breakaway. What a save by Mertz. Carson Mertz robbing him of a breakaway opportunity, and it's 2-2 still. Here come the Penguins back the other way. Ferrantino has it at the neutral zone area, trying to get it. Sorry, that was McHyman on the defensive play there. And Kinsler. So here we go. We're in the final minute of play here at Adelard Arena. 2-2 the score. You love to see it. 2-2 the score here in the final period of play. We might see an overtime period barring someone scoring within the final minute. Shot on net for the point. Mertz steers it away. Rhode Island trying to bring it back the other way. And going down on the ice there, that was number 18, Gavin Callahan, as he gets sent back the other way. No icing. Coming in, Rhode Island. Rhode Island had the puck for the moment. Back to the point. Shot on net. Save. Loose puck. Rebound. Johnson's all over it. And there's going to be a whistle. Jack Johnson keeping the game tied for the Penguins. Doing a great job here in the final 22.4 seconds.
Yeah, and it was a great effort that time from Jamie Glantz, just trying to get in the sightline and vision of Johnson, not able to get it through.
Shot on net. Rhode Island trying to get a shot on net. Rhode Island's going to dump it back the other way. 10 seconds to go in the third period. Can Rhode Island put one home, or will Pittsburgh force overtime? Rhode Island pass across. Pittsburgh steers it away. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have an overtime period here at Adelard Arena for the second day in a row.
My first overtime hockey game to cover. Luckily, you got one yesterday, and I know you were looking forward to it for a long time, and get two in a row.
Oh, yeah. For the longest time, I've wanted to call an overtime game. Well, now for 2 days in a row, I get to call a second overtime period. It's going to be 3-on-3 overtime. So the U15s yesterday for Rhode Island beat Bishop Kearney 5-3, but the U14s beat Bishop Kearney 6-5 in overtime. Had the pleasure of calling that one. 2 late goals in the third period for Rhode Island. Tied it late, and then Rhode Island won that one 6-5 in overtime. And now for a second straight game, it's 2-2. Penguins scoring 2 goals here in the third period. And as we said, it's all Pittsburgh here in the third period.
Yeah, they've taken over this game and really came just under 7 minutes to go. They were able to get one through with a goal from Harvey, and then Xavier Lieb getting that quick face-off win. And we even saw him shortly, before the third period ended. He was able to get shots on net, so, now you got it's anybody's game at this point. Both teams have shown signs of life, and for the Saints, you really got to just put that third period behind you. Let them back in it, but now the only time that matters is now, and they got to play 5 minutes of solid hockey.
Especially with all the open ice here on the ice now. It's 3-on-3. Anything can happen. Carson Mertz in net for the Saints, and you have Jack Johnson and the Penguins defender just sitting behind the net with the puck trying to find out what to do with it. And here we go. Penguins bring it back up the other way. Holding it there is Blonda. Blonda carrying it through, guarded well there by Glantz. Glantz takes it away. Here come the Saints back the other way. Pass goes there. Jack Johnson going to lift his glove hand, and it's going to be an icing. 4:25 left to go here in the overtime period. If we don't have an overtime winner here, I believe the rules state we will have a shootout.
Right, so you got to play it differently than you did in these first 3 periods. Obviously, a 3-on-3, and if it ever goes to a shootout, you have a opportunity to outscore your opponent. So
Rhode Island wins the draw. Pittsburgh has it down low. Pittsburgh sends it on front, no good. Here comes Rhode Island back out the other way, sending it back, recuperating for the Saints. Coming it back the other way is Luke Sherrier. Sherrier back behind the net. Puck gets taken away by LaShawn. Carrying it through is George. George turns it back the other way. 3 minutes, 58 seconds left to play. LaShawn. LaShawn has it back in the defensive spot. George, LaShawn, George, and Lieb on the ice for the Penguins. Lieb brings it back out the other way. Lieb doing circles around the Rhode Island team. LaShawn has it. George is going to go pick it up in the low board area. Here comes George back up the defensive side. George bringing it in. He has Lieb to his right side. And a nice defensive play there by Rhode Island. Here we go. Rhode Island bring it back the other way. It's a 2-on-1. Pass across there. Intercepted there by LaShawn. Great defensive play with the stick. And it's 3 Penguins against Matthew Crayer. So here come the Penguins. Bring it back the other way is Lieb. 3 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the third period. Oh, here we go. Oh, and it's offsides. What would have been a huge breakaway for the Penguins turned into an offsides as Drew Grasser had the chance to seal it if he scored that one, but the refs called it offsides with 2:59 left to play.
Yeah, he was just a tad bit above the blue line, and he was so wide open. He was calling for the puck, just tapping his stick on the ice, and, I think he just got really excited because he was wide open and just getting that puck late before he could cross the blue line.
Puck's dropped in the Rhode Island offensive zone. Playing him there, Will Bent. You have Will Bent, Jamie Glantz, and Joe Jabobiak on the ice. Or sorry, not Jabobiak. Gavin Callahan on the ice for the Saints. For the Penguins, you have Hundermark, Newpaver, and Grasser. Oh, turnover, and Johnston falls on it. And what would have been a scary moment if Johnson didn't fall on that one.
Yeah, it was a scary moment, but a good heads-up play by him because that puck was just right for the taking for Will Bent, who had a goal, seemed like a while ago. He would have hopped on that opportunity and fired away.
And Rhode Island takes the puck away. And a broken stick. Newpaver broke a stick, shot, and then was puck, rebound. Doesn't go. Nice save there by Johnson, standing on his head in the crease. Stolen away by Rhode Island. Pittsburgh trying to break it out the other way in front of their bench. Here we go. Glantz has it. Gives it across. One-timer goes wide. Shot by Bent. Goes wide to Johnson's right side. Wraparound. Oh, no wraparound. Bring it back the other way. Callahan back at the point. Glantz has it down low. Glantz turnaround shot. Loose puck. What a save by Johnson. Johnson standing on his head in that crease for the Penguins. Wilson, Ferentino, and Harvey on the ice for the Penguins. Wallace gives it across. Ferentino has it at the high zone, bringing it back outside. 1:23 left to go in the overtime period. Wilson has it. He's going to try and bring it in. Rhode Island's defender is all over him. Agafana is all over him. Ferentino loses the puck in the neutral zone. Rhode Island trying to steer the puck away, and it's going to be an offside here with 1:09 to play.
Wow, what a sequence there in the Penguin zone. I mean, Johnson with a couple of nice saves, a couple of great defensive plays, and again, still a tie game. Just great defensive work so far by the Penguins.
Oh, it's a 2-on-1. Gives it across. Defensive play there by the Saints. Turnaround shot doesn't go. 1 minute remaining in the overtime period. Barring nobody scores, we're going to have a shootout. Crayer brings it in. Drops off for Wallace. Wallace brings it back to Sherrier. Sherrier has it. Oh, Sherrier coming in. Oh, it's off the pipe. It looked like he scored for the moment, beating Johnson blocker side, and he wrung it off the post. 32 seconds to play. Gives it up to George. George carrying it through. Brings it back out to the neutral zone. And entering now is Trumpeter. Trumpeter has nobody shot on that. Goes wide. Off the boards, back behind the goal. George bringing it back in. Nice defensive stick work there by the Saints. 9 seconds to go. Bring it back the other way is Trumpeter trying to kill off the last 5 seconds. 1 second to go. Shot on net. Goes wide. Okay, Harrison. That 30 I think I just went 30 seconds without talking. I'm going to take a breather real quick and let you talk for a little bit.
Yeah, that was nonstop. You had to be ready to make the call back and forth. I mean, got a couple of wide open guys there and a couple of shots on goal by the Penguins, but not able to pull it through. But, man, what a turn of events there. Great hockey that we've seen today from both of these teams. The Saints had the momentum, just let it slip, but give credit to the Penguins for clawing back. Had a couple of opportunities there with just a couple of seconds to go, but, great effort by both teams.
Penguins Elite scoring 2 goals in the third period. They tied it late. Nobody scored in overtime, so the game's going to end 2-2, the final score here from Adelard Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. And from all of us here at Fans Only Sports Network, we thank you for joining us for this U15 game. And be sure to tune in for the U14 game, which will be happening around the top of the hour. And don't forget to join us for that one. 2-2, your final score here from Adelard Arena. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.